Welcome back to another episode of Dreamcatchers presents the Jason Smith Show. And who am I here with today? Let me start off by saying I am here with the youngest radio show host in Milwaukee. No. Are you hearing what I'm saying right now? The youngest radio show host here in Milwaukee. You can catch her every single weekday. That's every single weekday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Jammin' with Juice. Only airing on 101.7 The Truth. But is that all she is? Is she just the youngest radio show host in Milwaukee? No! She's done. She everywhere. If you got an event, she's hosting it. Everywhere I go, she's hosting it. Not to mention, she is the host, the in-game host for Marquette Basketball. It's like, what else do I... Not to mention, she got her own podcast, Jammin' with Juice, every single Thursday. Make sure you tune in on YouTube. Jesus. And you know something else that I like? I want you, when the sport's back and when you go back to doing the, what is he yelling for?
Yeah.
She even tapping into the sports. Jesus. Like what I don't know I don't even, because like I might end up asking her what's the purpose or what's the dream, and Jesus, she done caught every dream that I could think of. Who am I here with? I am here with Noni Juice. I am here with Carrie. Noni Juice, my home. Carrie, Noni. How are you doing today?
Oh my gosh, Jason. That was so good. You literally got my cheeks hurting. I can't stop smiling.
Like I tell everybody, and like I told you, I like people here who personally inspire me.
That's crazy to think that I inspire you. Like,
Carrie, you are one of my greatest influences and inspirations in this whole media. Are you kidding me? Like, I just got done saying you are the youngest. So like obviously I'm younger and I'm looking like, dang, bro, she can do that young. She can do that. She can be on this. She can do this so elegantly. She can do this so effortlessly. When we talking about literally going off the spot talking, when we talking about your journalism, when you go into these different businesses, like we got the I Am Milwaukee, all the different series and all the different connections you got from just being out here. Mm-hmm. It's inspiring. How couldn't it be? How couldn't it be?
I really appreciate that. And I love that you want to put on record that I'm the youngest person in Milwaukee with their own show. Like, that's crazy to me.
The youngest.
And if y'all could find somebody else who has the youngest or was the youngest, let me know, because I did my research.
Bro, it ain't nobody else younger. Every other radio show host 50 years old. 50, 40 years old. So no, it ain't nobody younger. But no, Carrie, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. We've been talking about this for a long time.
A long time. Uh-huh. Even when we was talking about this when it was all three of us when we had the DREAMCATCHERS podcast.
Yep.
But Noni Juice.
Yes. What are we about to get into, Jason?
I like to jump right in.
Okay.
I like to jump right in. It's funny because like I feel like if we recorded our conversations that we just be having regularly, that would be a podcast within itself. Right. But I don't know if we could say so. I don't know if I could say some of this stuff that I say.
Hey, listen, I'm on your timing today.
But the first question I like to ask every single guest is, what is the dream?
Okay, what is the dream? My dream, to be honest, it keeps changing as I keep moving forward. I will say my first dream was to be a host of a show. No, I'm going to say my very, very first dream when I was a kid, I wanted to be an actress. Okay. I wanted to be a child star. I wanted to be a child actress on like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, one of them, because I just was so amazed by the kid stars that I would look up to on TV and things like that. So that was my first dream, was to be an actress. But then as I got older and I started watching 106 in Park, that became the dream. It's like, man, that looks really fun to be able to host like a music video countdown show that everybody, is tuned into and it's part of the culture and it's just fun and entertaining and you get to meet all of these interesting people. That became the dream. And so I want to say from there, it kept just evolving because I was trying to figure out myself and like what exactly it was that I wanted, because I feel like I wanted so many different things, like everybody nowadays, they don't want to be put into a box, right? And I low-key used to have a problem with people saying that, and I still somewhat do, but,
You just got on me yesterday for saying
I get it. I get that people don't want to be put in like a certain box, right? But the thing is, if you don't want to be put in a box, whatever it is that you are doing within or outside of that box, make sure you are still holding up the standard to whatever that thing is. So if you want to be a singer, study the greatest singers. If you want to be a rapper, study the greatest rappers. Don't just go into something like halfway doing it just because you don't want to be put into one type of box. But that's neither here nor there. We could go down a whole rabbit hole about that another day. But as of right now, the dream is me being an on-air host. Right now, the dream is me just continuing to push forward in my brand, my personal brand, and making connections and making an impact, no matter what that is. And that's crazy that you say I inspire you, because to me, that's impact. And I'm doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. But that dream, it just keeps changing. I used to want to be a TV show host. I don't know in the next 5 years, will I still want to be a TV show host, because people don't even really watch TV. So it does keep evolving, and it keeps changing as I get older and as I keep progressing within my career. So right now, I'll say it is to be a great on-air talent.
So you caught it.
Yeah.
You say you wanted to be you probably should be a little happy you didn't end up on Nickelodeon. I
ain't gonna lie to you. When all that was coming out, I was like, fam, me being me as a kid, I was very gullible and I was very naive. And who knows what room that would have had me in if I would have been a child star somewhere on Nickelodeon.
No, I feel it.
As a kid, we're all a little bit vulnerable. We all want to do whatever we got to do to make it to the top. So who knows?
I was trying to be on Sweet Life. I remember they had casting calls for Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. I was real little. I was still living in Hampton at this time.
Yeah.
And I was begging my auntie. Begging. Like, I want to do this. And I forgot what happened, because I know she did something to sign me up. Oh, but I think I would have to, because like she started thinking, she was like, boy, you going to have to take acting classes. You got to do all that. But I am very happy. Extremely happy.
Listen, I used to tell my mom, quit your job and become my agent,
for real.
please. Like, quit your job. Like I know
Drake,
I'm going to make
real.
it. I knew I was going to make it. I was like, Mom, I'm going to make it as an actress. You just got to quit. You got to be my agent. I used to call around to all different agencies trying to get an agent, trying to get to, there used to be like this program I would see in the malls or something. I wish I could remember what the agency name was, but I would call them, leave them voicemails, and they did call me back a couple times. My mom was not going for it, because it low-key was probably one of them scams. But I still was doing my research, because I knew for a fact I wanted to be a child star. But like you said, luckily for me.
But that's a good thing, because what that show is, bro, even when you was a kid and naive and not knowing what you was doing, you still had that hustle. You still had that vision, like, bro, I want this to happen, so I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make that happen. You calling around, you don't know who could have answered that phone. What?
I was looking at phone books. I was doing my Googles, and internet was still real fresh in the early 2000s now.
See, it's crazy, because like I was just thinking about a phone book, because I was watching My Wife and Kids. I love My Wife and Kids. That show is absolutely, oh my, I've been binging that. It just take me back to childhood.
Yeah.
But and they put out a phone book, and I'm like, bro, I haven't opened up a phone book since I lived on Hampton, and I moved from Hampton in like 3rd grade, bro.
Yeah.
And like that's the last time I had a phone book.
I really thought about that not too long ago too. It's like, dang, do we even have a white pages anymore?
That's damn near dangerous.
And it used to be people's addresses.
That's what I'm saying.
And businesses.
It's a little,
because it's personal. Was different back then.
It's personal numbers in that mug. Mm-hmm. That's dangerous.
It is very
especially
dangerous.
now. What was we doing back then? Like,
but
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, America wasn't as crazy as it is now. Like, people wasn't thinking about just like stalking people on the white pages or the yellow pages and going to kill them or something as they would now today. Like,
do not put my phone number in the white pages or the yellow pages or the,
have you ever
whatever
Googled
the phone
your
book
name?
is. No, I have not.
You should Google your name. I Googled my name and my information popped up.
See, but thing
and
is,
I don't even know how they got it.
Carrie Mahone, that's a different name. Jason Smith.
No, I'm saying it was that.
Yeah, I would type in Jason Smith.
What's your middle name?
Oh, Jason Jermaine Smith. That's definitely different. Oh boy, nobody got Jermaine.
If you do that, it might pop up. It showed my mama. It showed like my auntie. It showed my family.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it showed a lot of stuff. I said, "What is this?"
I know I feel like if I type in Jason Smith Milwaukee, But I just feel like my LinkedIn go pop up and like work stuff and school stuff. But I'm gonna look it up. I want to see.
Try it.
I'm gonna see what we going on. But no, like that's amazing because like you are actively catching your dreams, and that's the main. I feel like that's the main ingredient of success, and that is chasing to catch, bro. And you already done it. So that's amazing.
I've done a part of it, which is crazy because I haven't even, in my opinion, I haven't even scratched the surface to where I even want to go and how many more dreams that I do want to catch. But I know I'm going to go very, very far.
Oh, I feel it. You talk about 106 in Park. The 106 in Park, what I remember about 106 in Park, I grew up with Roxy and Terrence.
Oh, my God. You missed AJ and Free?
I grew up with Roxy and Terrence.
Oh.
I used to rush to get home to the crib so I could put on 106 in Park.
Yeah.
I got put on by the singer The Dream. You know The Dream, the singer. I got put on by The Dream, and I've been listening. I told you the other day, but I've been listening to some R&B lately.
Yeah, you have.
And I'm digging this R&B, man. I ain't listen,
old
dog. That
R&B.
old school R&B, old school
not
R&B,
that
them
new school.
90s R&B.
I be trying to put your boy on, y'all.
It's different. I don't know what's going on with music right now. I already know how you feel about music. She don't like none of the auto-tune stuff. She don't like rap nowadays. So what's your favorite genre? And when did you stop liking rap?
That's so funny. Well, crazy. I never have really been a hip hop head. I always was more so into the neo soul R&B, but I just feel like today, they not really doing it how they used to do it. And I get that it was a specific sound back in, like, every era, every time has its own sound, right? Like, music in the 60s doesn't sound like the 70s. Music in the 70s doesn't sound like the 80s and, like, so forth. But just the era of music that we're in now, I'm not rocking with it because people who actually can sing are using auto-tune and relying, I don't even want to say relying on it because they don't need it, but that's just the sound of today. The sound of today is to sound more robotic, to sound a little bit more perfect, and I don't like it. Like, I like the imperfections of hearing somebody, like the crack in somebody's voice, when they're singing, if they're trying to hit a note. I just like the impurities of it. And I don't think we have the impurities because we're adding all the technical stuff into it to make it just sound too perfect. And nothing was meant to be perfect.
Do you blame Ye and T-Pain for that? Because T-Pain did it first, but Ye made it popular.
Do I blame Kanye or T-Pain? I don't blame them. I think that they just started something that was original and different for them because they weren't one of the first. I think the first person was
Stevie Wonder
Cher?
was even using some little talk box thing to make his voice robotic-y.
Yeah, like one of those like with the straw thing.
Oh yeah, that's what Stevie Wonder was using.
That was purposeful too, and he didn't use it all
he only
of
used
the
it
time.
Like twice,
exactly,
probably.
It was for a specific reason. But do I think T-Pain or Kanye are the reason? I think that they opened people's eyes to it, but I really think it didn't really start popping off like that until after 2010.
Okay.
And so I think people just started to like the sound of it, but then people who weren't really into music for real and they just wanted to do it as a come up, they completely saw it as a crutch to the point where you got people now, they're like, I don't even need to know how to sing. I just can go in there, throw some auto-tune on it, engineer it a little bit, and I'm good, But I wouldn't blame Kanye or T-Pain. They were just trying to be a little bit different for the time to sound original. Because as we all know by now, T-Pain never needed the auto-tune.
Yeah.
He just wanted to sound different. Yeah. And it served that purpose because he has had a long career even now, But I don't blame them, no.
No, I feel it. I don't blame them.
Lil Wayne really came after
exactly.
T-Pain, I think, and then Kanye did it, or was it Lil Wayne and then Kanye?
Well, I mean, they was honestly, because like Kanye, he popularized it with 808s and Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
But Lil Wayne was using that too.
Yeah.
So, but that's why I was going, because I was about to say, in all honesty, it might be Lil Wayne. Not Lil Wayne fault, like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But that's just how influential Lil Wayne is. Like there is no, because like even when you think about the artists now, Future, Thug, and like, bro, that's direct descendants of Lil Wayne. Bro. All the, even Future. Now, just looking at the game, like all these dudes with dreads and people trying to be rock stars and even rappers over here trying to skateboard, do stuff different. Yeah. Bro, everybody is copying off of Weezy. And that's why I think Lil Wayne is definitely top 3. of all time.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah, I think he does.
And I don't even really listen to none of that, but he's up there.
I'm going to give y'all my top 5 rappers of all time.
Do it.
Boom. Number 1, Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the greatest rapper of all time. I don't want to hear nothing. Hall of Fame Hove did it all without a pen. There's nothing to even say. What? Hall of Fame Hove did it all without a pen. That's no question. Number 2, I have to say Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
It hurts me.
Because of the beef?
No, this is before the beef. The beef, golly, I wasn't even thinking about the beef. But no, it hurts me because J. Cole is my favorite rapper, and I would listen to J. Cole before Kendrick any day of the week. Like, if they both dropped the album on the same day, I am playing J. Cole's first. I relate more to J. Cole. Like, I think J. Cole's style, I love his style more because it's simplistic yet so beautiful. Sometimes Kendrick can be a little too much. And it's not wrong with that. You know, that's just his style. But I do got Kendrick as number 2. I got Kanye West as number 3. I got Kanye West as number 3, not from just strictly rapping.
This is all in order?
This is in order. Okay. I do orders. I don't do the list where everybody want to do the not orders.
Yeah.
Because it's an easy way out. You could just name 5 names.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to order them. Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, number 3, Kanye West, the greatest rap producer of all time. Like, I mean, he is number 3. Number 4, Lil Wayne. Dang. So I got... All right, so Lil Wayne number 4. Lil Wayne ain't interchangeable. You can do like 3-4 between those two.
You said interchangeable.
You can do
That's not how it goes.
You do 3-4 between those two. And then number 5 is always the hardest. So I'll just go with J. Cole because he's my favorite.
So
because
how
it's too
is
many
J.
people.
Cole 5 and he ain't 1?
Because, I forgot about Eminem.
See, look at this.
Oh,
Did
no,
you
I'm
listen to his new album?
Yes,
Did
and
you like
it was good. That
I
was,
didn't hear it.
This was, he needs to retire after this. I asked Joseph, Eminem was my favorite rapper growing up. We were in 8th grade. Eminem dropped an album called Marshall Mathers LP 2. I told this dude, Joseph, he remembered it because we talked about it. We were walking in the hallway. I was like, Eminem needs to retire right now. I said, Eminem cannot put another album out right now. After this, he cannot put another album out because I knew what would happen. And what happened was everything else was trash until the thing he just dropped.
So now you think he needs to retire? Like, absolutely.
Yeah, retire.
Like, because you don't want nothing else to be trash after this.
Yes.
End on a high.
Because Eminem used to be top 3 on everybody's list. Now he just kept dropping. I'm pretty sure he's top 5 on most people's list still. But it dropped, especially because
I say top 10. I don't know if he's in people's top 5.
That's very disrespectful to not have Eminem top 5. But
he wouldn't be in my top 5. But I'm also not a hip hop head.
And because he's white. And this is what we're gonna say. I'm not saying that white rappers can't be good or white rappers can't be goated. However, hip hop. Let's talk about the origins of hip hop.
Okay.
This was for black people, in all honesty. It was a way for us to talk about what was going on in our community, what was going on in a rhythmatic, is that the word? Rhythmic? In a rhythmic manner. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was all about wordsmith. What differentiates rap and like R&B, and this is why I'm so big on people writing their own raps, because rap was meant for the wordsmiths. It was meant for you to sit down, whether you're writing or freestyling, to tell me what's on your mind. That's the art, the words. Yes, the flow, the delivery, and all of that, but the words. With R&B, singing is the talent, bro. Like, yes, I would rather have the artists like Prince or Stevie write their own, or Michael Jackson, in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, write their own songs and stuff like that.
You MJ.
Michael Jackson. I would prefer that, but I'm okay with R&B singers.
Because the talent is their voice.
Is
the
talent,
singing. Their instrument is the singing.
Exactly. So if that's what we're talking about, that's why Eminem is up there, because of the wordsmiths, but he's white. And he said himself, if I was black, I would have sold half. Like, he would have sold half of the albums that he did. He completely understands that. What he did, though, was he made hip-hop popular in middle-class, suburban, white neighborhoods. That's what people are not understanding. People whose parents wouldn't even let them listen to that type of music.
Eminem, to me, is always going to be a legend. Like,
He's a legend.
Let me not act like he ain't a legend.
Yeah.
Like, he for sure is up there. But like you said, I think people didn't really like it because he was white.
Yeah.
Even though, white people have the same struggles as black people sometimes, depending on where they come from, So he could be talking about the things he made, poverty, his mom. I know he had issues with his mama and stuff like that.
His mama, his pops, everybody.
Yeah, literally everybody. So I feel like he could speak to that, and it shouldn't discredit him.
Yeah. Well, No, I relate to Eminem a lot. Like, I relate to Eminem a lot. It's not until I got older because I used to hate that argument about Eminem being white can't be the best. But then as I got older, I started thinking like, oh yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand.
I just didn't like his delivery. He was just a little too aggressive for me.
Yeah, I guess.
In some of his songs.
I guess it depends on how, because like everybody got a Slim Shady. So it depends on, you got to tap into your Slim Shady side to listen to it, and then you can understand.
Yeah, maybe I haven't.
You got to tap into your dark side.
Yet. Right, because we talked about that before.
Oh, well, me, you, and Jay. That's what I'm saying. You was like, I don't know. Like, we was talking about Kobe and Michael. A dark side. Every human has a dark side, bro. You just have to tap into that. Like we said, Michael Jordan, Kobe, like the reason why they are so great is because they knew how to tap into Mamba mentality or get in the zone. They knew how to activate that dark side. And it's not about, everybody got a dark side, and it's not about acting out on your dark side. It's about using that feeling, that emotion, that as fuel, like you using that.
But why does it have to be dark?
We say it's dark because like typically dark is more like aggression. Like, you get what I'm saying?
What if it's not? What if what you're feeling in order to get done what you need to get done, or whatever you need to tap into, what if it's not aggression? What if it's not dark? What if it's just you being ultra focused? Or what if it's you
dark side?
But why? But why?
Because it's not. It's the side that nobody can physically see or understand because it's intangible. You get what I'm saying? So it's like whatever that thing is that I'm gonna say it, that you're ashamed of. Whatever it is that you don't want nobody else to know. Whatever it is that like you want to keep to yourself. Keep that, hold that, and go win. You got to tap into that side. Like, for example, Kobe Bryant.
But what if you're healed? Like, what if you've gone to therapy and there's nothing about yourself that you are ashamed of, or if there's nothing about yourself that you want to hide from the world? Are you saying they can't tap into their dark side? Because that's what therapy is supposed to do, so you don't be ashamed of who you are, and, you know, you work through the things that make you, right?
Okay.
So how do you tap into your dark side?
But do you really think the people who go to therapy, it's a reason they keep going back? Because
it's not just
even when
one
that's what I'm saying.
Hit or miss.
Because even when you leave that mug, you still got to deal with you.
Yeah, you still got to deal with you. But I'm saying
you never. What I'm saying is
learn to embrace yourself, all of you, through therapy.
Okay. I haven't been to therapy, so
I haven't either.
I don't know. But what I would say is, I find it hard to believe that people go to therapy and just let it all out, 100%, every single little secret, every little detail. I just find that hard to believe. Just because we humans, bro. I don't know if I went to therapy. Bro, you want me to tell you every little detail about my life?
No, you're not going to do it in the first session.
But no, I'm talking about, I don't care if we're years in. There's going to be stuff that the therapist does not know about me.
Yes, I think there's going to be stuff that the therapist doesn't know about you. However, the things that you learn in therapy help you to work out those hidden things that's inside of you.
Okay.
Even outside of actually being in a session of therapy. Like, yeah, you might not tell that person everything, your therapist everything, but they're going to help you get the tools so you can work through the things that are inside of you on your own.
I think this is what it is. It's about, yes, you can be healed and get through all that. Mm-hmm. It's just about the feeling and the emotion. So, like, for example, it's some stuff that I've been through that I've healed from, but I still remember how it felt.
Got it.
So I'm able,
you forgive, but you don't forget.
Exactly. Like, I'm able to like get over stuff. It's all love and all that, but I don't forget how I felt.
Yeah.
I still remember that image or whatever still in my head. That feeling's still here.
Yeah.
So I'm able to.
It's gonna fuel you.
Exactly. I'm able to just tap into that feeling. Damn, how did I feel when that happened? Oh yeah. All right, bet. I'm finna go. Let's get it. Then it's raps.
That's the thing that I would love to challenge, because it's like, why do we have to feel aggression in order to want to progress and move forward? Like, why do we have to get angry just to do that?
Well, I don't know if it's not true anger.
But
it's contained. It's contained anger, but it's used for a good purpose. Like, it's being used for a good purpose. Like, wow, people think, like, you think you don't have a dark side, But you do.
I mean, I probably do.
When
after
you
all
are
the
in
stuff people
mode.
done did to me.
Wait.
Hello.
Because a lot of times it could be even subconscious. When you are in mode, when you are in mode, when you are in mode, my nigga. When you are in mode, bro, there's nothing that can distract you. There's nothing that can take your focus off of this. You're going.
But see, when I'm in that zone, I don't feel angry, or I not angry, but I don't think about other people. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm in mode, because I have to get in mode when I do like the Marquette games, or I'm in mode when I gotta do the Jamming with Juice show, or I gotta get in mode when I host stuff.
Yeah.
I don't look or think back to the emotion I felt when people did me wrong.
It don't got to be just people doing you wrong.
Or
it could just anything.
anything.
So what do you do? That's what I want to know. So what does it look like for Carrie when she in mode? That's a tough one.
It is a tough one because it's something that I really don't think that I can describe. I am just focused. I'm focused on wanting to do a good job. I'm focused on what it is what I have to do, what I have to say.
So what?
But at the same time, I'm trying to make sure I'm still myself.
Okay.
Because with what I do, I can't be nobody else. Or with what I do, I can't try to, I don't want to say fake it, but I have to bring some essence of me into it. So I can't really tap out of who I am that much. I feel like a Kobe, for example, he can completely shut off Kobe and enter Mamba mentality. Yeah. I feel like for what I do, I still need to be Carrie in order to be myself and in order to do what it is that I need to do. So I can't really shut that side off. So it varies, I would say.
Well, y'all know by now. My storage ran out, so we had to stop and come back.
This has happened multiple times.
This happened in a few different episodes, so they used to it by now.
Okay.
But I want to go back to, because like I want to talk about what is it that fuels you, what drives you, what is it that make Carrie, bro, I'm going to that next level. What is it that keeps you going?
I want to say I'm going to start by saying the child in me, the inner child in me who always wanted this dream of what I am striving for is like being on TV and being known for what it is that I'm doing. I've always wanted that as a kid, but I didn't know how I would do it. So I'm just doing it to prove to her and prove to myself that, oh, you can do hard things. You can do what it is that you want to put your mind to. That's the first thing. But I will be honest and say sometimes that's not enough. So I'm even trying to find more reasons to keep going because I find myself being inspired and motivated, but it doesn't last. You know, like that fire, it'll burn for a little bit, and then if I'm uninspired or if I'm not motivated anymore, it'll kind of go away. So I am trying to find what it is that is going to make me push through no matter what. You know, what that discipline, what is it that's going to make me stay disciplined for longer than just like a couple months or for longer than just like a couple weeks. I think that's changing for me too. Unfortunately, I'm just being 100% honest. But I would say definitely just my inner child for sure, and proving to her inside of there, like, hey girl, you got this. Cause listen, when I was a kid, it was tough. Like, I don't know. I was not the same person that I am now.
You were shy?
Yeah, I was not as. Isn't that crazy? I was not this.
That's crazy.
I was with like my friends, but not to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I was definitely more shy. I was definitely a little bit more to myself unless you knew me. So this is still like shocking to me that I'm here, but we here, and so that really is something that does drive me. But man, and other than that, I would say for my future kids one day, you know, I want them to be able to look up to me and be like, man, my mom is dope. Like, my mom does some great stuff. My mom is a boss. My mom is like known by everybody for what she does in her work, and I want to be able to inspire them. So that is something else that drives me, but I don't have the kids yet.
I feel that.
So it's like, I know a lot of people tap into that a little bit more once they do have the kids, but I don't got them yet. So
you chilling.
So I don't want to say chilling, but a form of chilling. I'm not as consistently disciplined because they're not here yet.
Yeah.
But I would say those two things kind of drive me, but I am looking for more. Like, I'm still figuring myself out, as crazy as it sounds. Like, even me being in like my late 20s. I say it sounds crazy because I feel like from the outside looking in, people probably really think that I just...
Yeah. I would think that. I would thought
know
you had it all figured
like,
out.
I got it all figured out. I don't. Like, I really don't. Every day is different for me. Every day I'm striving to continue to do what it is that I want to do. And it really is a journey. Like, it's a journey for me. So I don't want people to think that I just know everything and, you know, because that can be how it looks. Like, I've had people tell me before, like, oh, it seems like you just popped up, like, quickly, or you rose to the top very quickly. And it's like, no, no, I have not at all. Like, you might have just found me recently, but I've been at this since, I want to say, like 2017. Like, it's been some years that I have had to grind for all of this, which is why I'm so happy and proud and blessed and honored that I'm where I'm at, because it did take a lot. It took a lot of unpaid work. It took a lot of hustle. It took a lot of courage. It took a lot of just faith in whatever it is that I wanted to do to get to where I'm at. So I really don't want people to think that I just was an overnight sensation.
Overnight success.
Right.
Carrie just blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, though. Like, I don't get offended by it. It just lets me know that I need to probably let people know, like, no,
it
didn't happen like that. So I don't want y'all to think that it happens that way, you know?
No, I feel like, but in what you're describing, I feel like that's gonna be, it's tough to get over because I feel like we all go through that. Like, I'm going through that right now. When you're talking about motivation versus consistency, like motivation, day one, the fire huge.
Yeah.
Day two, it's still big, but it ain't as big. Day three, all right.
That flame is dying out.
It's not by day four. That bug gone. I'm back to chilling on the couch, ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, no, I completely understand. And I just feel like that's a part of life, in all honesty. Like, it's that's, I don't know if it's somebody out there who goes 7 days a week and the fire is still going all 7 days, I got to come talk to y'all because I got to get y'all secrets.
But what's so crazy is even when I listen to, like, Kobe interviews or whatever, he talk about consistency and, like, discipline, and it's longer than a week. Yeah. He was like, yeah, you could be consistent for, like, a month. You could be consistent for like crazy. 3 months. He was like, but I'm talking about consistency for 1 to 2 to 3 years of you doing the same thing and really striving. And I just be like, man, I have spurts where I'm really disciplined, but I haven't really tapped into my full work ethic. And that's going to be scary. Once I figure it out and I really truly understand, like, what drives me every day to the point where I'm on it, I'm going to be...
No, I feel that too.
I'm going to go so far.
If you stay, I'll be thinking that all the time. Like, bro, I'll be like, dog, if I stay just working out every day, bro, or like however what I was doing, if I would have just kept doing that, like if I would have, if I just keep I still read, but I don't read as much. Like, I used to read so much, like, every day.
An avid reader.
And I still read, like, a lot, but I just don't. I mean, I guess because time now, but I don't read as much as I used to. I'm like, damn, if I just read. But what I think is, yes, a lot of times people are afraid of failure, but subconsciously a lot of people are afraid of success. Like you just said. If I just stay disciplined, man, that's scary. That's scary.
Well, I guess I mean...
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
like, you're saying, like, you're going to be, like that, the world don't want to see that.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it...
Do I want to see that?
Dude, that's what I'm... And and I say that because, like, I go through that in my head, like, yeah, Jay, you say, oh, man, bro, if you just do this consistently, if you just boom, 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 bro, the world, they not going to know what they about to see. Mm-hmm. But it's like, Jay, why don't you do it then? Mm-hmm. What's stopping you from doing that?
Saying subconsciously, it might be something in our heads where we're like, man, what will happen if we really do get there?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we finally get there and everything open up. Then what, bro?
Yeah, that's very true.
But so with all that, like, how do you define success?
I define success by my goals. And if I accomplish my goals, even if it could be something small, like even if it's like well, this ain't gonna be small, but buying a house one day. Obviously, a lot of people want to buy a house. If I'm able to buy a house, to me, that was successful. And really, like, sticking to my word, you know, for myself and doing the things that I say that I want to do, to me, that is success. Like, that is being successful. I think also, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that true success, it's not always about like where you are career wise. You know, it could be family wise, it could be health wise, it could be obviously monetary gain, you know, money wise, financial wise, but that kind of comes with career a little bit. But I just want to make sure that whatever it is that I end up doing, whether I change the trajectory of my career, I want to make sure that I am doing the things that I ultimately want to do. Even if it's like, I want to start a garden. If I end up starting that garden in my backyard and I successfully have flowers or fruits and vegetables, that to me is success. So I think it's different for everybody. You just have to know what it is that you want out of life and go for it. And if you do go for it and you achieve it, that's success, no matter what it is. Even if you strive to have a goal to get a new car and you get that new car, you are successful, you know? So it's different for everybody, but that's for me.
No, I agree. I mean, it's about, like I say all the time, it's about getting better 1% every day. That's the only thing that matters, bro. The overhaul changes do not work. They never will work. People need to give up that dream because it's no way in hell. It's no way in hell that you will be able to flip a switch and one day I'm here, then the next day I'm just doing everything right. It's not going to happen. Get over it. Deal with it. And I heard you also talk about faith. Mm-hmm. Something we talk about a lot.
Is it now?
What do you feel, what is your opinion on the science versus religion?
Ooh.
What is your opinion?
I mean, honestly, as time has gone on, I can't control what people think. I can't control what people believe. I can only believe what I believe. And I think some science is true. I mean, when it comes to science, we believe in them. When it comes to our doctors, different medicine that we have to take, we believe the science for that. Okay, yeah, for sure. But sometimes when it comes to science and biblical principles and things like that, I can't necessarily rock with just because it goes against, you know, what God. I feel. Yeah, it goes against the Bible. It goes against the things that I believe in. But if that's what you want to do,
it's okay.
Go for it. Yeah. You know, like, go for it. But me personally, I think some science, it has its place. I will say that. It has its place in some aspects, but not all aspects.
No, I feel like. So where did you gain your faith? When did you start becoming, I don't want to say like religious, because I mean, it's not like you go around telling everybody to like, but like, because you know how some religious people is. But no, like, when did you start tapping into your faith? When did your faith start going to another level?
I want to say, honestly, when I met Corey, because Corey was very, I don't want to say into Jesus, but
well, no, he was into the Lord.
But he was like, he was telling me sometimes when we first met, we would be having like car conversations and stuff, and he would just tell me stuff he thought about like the Bible and like Jesus and where the world is heading and all this other stuff. And at first I thought he was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, I don't know what this man is talking about, but I don't know. The more I listened to him, and then the more I started having my own personal experiences, it kind of all just was like, oh yeah, no, I have my own relationship with like God or whatever. But like most people, I grew up in the church, grew up Kojic, had to go to church.
You grew up Kojic?
Yeah.
I didn't know you grew up bro. I grew up Kojic. Like, my family is Kojic.
Yeah.
Like,
I grew up Kojic. I think the church was on, it was called Morris Memorial Church of God in Christ on, it was off of Lisbon. Maybe like 81st, 91st Lisbon, somewhere up in there. But yeah, I grew up Kojic. to the point, like, literally my grandma was like a mother of the church, and we would have to go there for a Bible study. We went to summer school, like,
vacation Bible school.
yeah,
all that.
vacation
Heck
Bible
yeah.
school. Oh my God. Oh, those days. But yeah, I did all of that stuff. So it was in me since a child, but I didn't really pay attention. You know, like even now, I'm still trying to really understand all the stories of the Bible. I don't know them all by heart. I couldn't tell you all the names of the people and the stories and all that good stuff. It's all something that I'm still learning to this day. But it was still in me, you know. But I think I got older, I had to just have my own relationship and my own experience with God or with Jesus. And I just feel like my whole life has been the biggest blessing. And I've only have seen evidence of it in my adulthood. It would be crazy for me to deny that was the earth or the universe or like some Big Bang theory, you know? So yeah, that's kind of where mine came from.
No, I didn't know you was Kojic. Cause like,
what does that mean to you?
It's just like I grew up like the name of my church is Bethel Temple Church of God in Christ. Like Kojic stands for Church of God in Christ. It's just insane. Like basically, Church of God in Christ is the largest African American denomination in Christianity. As in, like it's the denomination of Christianity which houses the most African Americans, and it's probably like 6-7 million people up in it. And I just don't run. Typically, when I meet somebody, they go to church, they like Baptist or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't meet that many Kojic kids.
Definitely.
like, bro, like, but the thing is, like, with that Kojic, like, you know, I grew up in church, and like, when it come to Kojic, we was at every. What was it? It was like it's a thing. Like every year we used to go to Memphis or St. Louis, the national convention.
Yeah.
My auntie, she go to the women's convention every year. It's something called the Ames convention, bro. Tapped in.
Yeah, it was a point
church.
where I wanted to switch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because like Kojic is different.
It was too much.
It's too much.
It was just too much.
It's
like
so
I
strict.
used to be in the orchestra at Holy Redeemer, and I played the violin. Me and my cousin Dia, you know Dia.
Yeah.
And
I know you was there with Bishop Daniels was there.
Yeah, I was. Like he used to call me and my cousin, be like, "Oh, they're my babies. They're my little babies." So when he passed away, it really felt like a piece of my childhood like died, because I spent so many hours, so many times, so many days in that church and seeing him and his family and just everybody there. But I remember one time I had my uncle come into town, and because he was from New Jersey, him and his wife and his family and stuff, and they came to see me and my cousin play in the orchestra, and they said I couldn't play that day because I had on pants in the pulpit or behind the pulpit or something like that.
Because like in Kojic, your girls supposed to be wearing skirts. And
dresses. And I had on like some slacks,
Yeah.
and they literally said you can't play today because you got on some slacks, and I was like, bro, forget these rules, fam. Like, I'm about to go Baptist because apparently they had said something with Baptist.
You can smoke in Baptist?
You can do anything.
Yeah,
as
you
a
tell
Baptist.
it. You Baptist. I'm like, damn, I want to be Baptist.
I did. And I remember telling my mama one day, we was driving, I said, man, I'm about to go Baptist or something. And I never looked into it, but I don't know. I really did. So, because it was just so many rules, and you had to wear this, and your skirt couldn't go past your fingertips. And I just was like, bro, what this got to do with God or Jesus, fam?
It's so, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I have never seen my auntie. The only pants I've ever seen my auntie in is pajama pants.
Really?
My auntie do not own. I don't know if my auntie owns a pair of pants.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally only skirts and dresses, and, like, even, like, the suits. Her suits is with a skirt.
Now, have you been baptized?
I've not been baptized.
I haven't been baptized either. And I remember my family used to say I couldn't drink the blood. And
communion.
I couldn't do communion because I wasn't baptized. Yeah. And I was just like, dang.
I have spoken in tongues before, though.
Oh, have you?
Multiple
I haven't.
Times. No, I've spoken in tongues before.
Dang,
I hit him with that. I mean, one time my cousin Tommy got caught faking. So like,
I used to fake a lot, but I was just like joking. I didn't mean it, Lord.
He was for real. Man.
I apologize.
I don't know what it was. Like, we would get in line, like it would be something called like a revival, and like we'll be there all night or whatever.
Yeah.
And we would get in line, and then the lady would have us come up, and then she would tell us, "Say thank you, thank you, thank you." We had to say that super fast for a long period of time. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Really? They would make you do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like they'll make us, but like if we got into that line to do it, like that's what she would be telling us to do, like in her ear, like thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
To kind of channel it in a sense.
Basically. So then what happened was like, bro, eventually you start kind of losing control like of your tongue type deal.
Really?
So that you just start speaking like different language,
Yeah.
just making
It just
sounds
comes.
and shit. Like, yeah.
I always wondered, like, how does that work? Because I have not done that. But I've always seen people do it, and then they like pass out and they put the blanket over them and everything. And I just was like, man, how do people get into that zone?
You gotta
Like,
tap
how do
in. You
people
gotta
do
just
it?
tap. I don't know, cause some people, like, I know some people who ain't even. I know for a fact they ain't saved, and it's not. I'm not judging their, but like I know what they be on.
Yeah.
But sometimes I go to a church and they'll be there and they'll be right up there speaking in tongues, and then right after go back to doing what they doing. So I think it's about being in that moment, like letting the feeling like over but Tommy, he got caught because like he was saying thinking, and he literally, like, you can tell when somebody like faking type deal. Like, you're not really in mode. He was not in mode. He was just making these sounds. It was so embarrassing. She was like, you just go sit down. You're not ready yet. You just sit down. You're not ready yet. He just walked away with his head down. Like, he did.
Dang.
But no.
His intentions was there.
He was trying. No, he was trying. Like, you can't get mad at him for trying. But no, like, I'm just really surprised that you're a coaching kid.
Did you go? So, because I used to have to go to church New Year's Eve.
Bro.
Holy Redeemer used to have like the big ones, or everybody.
It happened again. But so this is it. You talk about going to church all the time, bro. I had to go to church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night Bible study, but then they changed it to Tuesday night Bible study, Friday night, whatever it is that we did, Saturday morning prayer. On top of like all these week revivals, something called Ministers and Workers meeting, and bro, vacation Bible school. Listen, if there was church to be had when I was a kid, we didn't have an option though. Like, even if I was sick, nothing mattered.
Go to church and get some healing.
Go to church and get some healing. Yeah, if you're sick, you need to go to church.
Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't have, bro, for 18 years of my life, there was not a Sunday I didn't go to church.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I wasn't that into it because I feel like y'all own the church.
That's what I'm saying. My family.
So we didn't own it.
That's how
it was
forced.
Just my grandma, who was like a mother of the church, and so that's why we went all the time. But I wasn't that deep,
man.
I wasn't there, but I was definitely
there
there for like New Year's, holidays, that type of stuff. Sometimes during the week, if they had like a Bible study.
Oh yeah, the watch night service for New Year's Eve that leads into New Year's Day. I would do that.
But then I did have like orchestra practice, so
I wasn't
would
in
have
the
to
orchestra.
go. Yeah, I was in the orchestra, so we did have practice that I would have to go to there at least once or twice a week.
I was in a children's choir. I mean, one time they tried to have me do a solo. I'm like,
man, they had me do a solo. I was so scared. I was shaking in my boots.
What?
My voice was so shaky, and they said, "That's all right, baby. Go on, baby. You got
That's
it."
Crazy.
I was like, "Girl, do you not hear how I sound?"
I know they sitting off, bro. I know they sitting me off over here. Like, come on now, don't look in.
I was so nervous.
But Carrie Noni Juice.
What's poppin'?
I like to go to this segment I called This or That. Basically, we kept the same format.
Mm-hmm.
All I did, well, no, we actually don't have the same format because we don't do spin the wheel. We used to do spin the wheel, but I still do This or That, and I still do deep dives.
Mm-hmm.
For This or That, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna name two options. I'm not gonna explain. I'm not gonna tell you what they about.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say 3 words technically, because I'm at the or,
Mm-hmm.
and you just tell me your answer and why.
Okay.
First one: adventure or security?
I have questions. Can I ask questions?
No. Like, you have to pick. Whatever you interpret those words to be, you pick and you go. Okay. Whatever you think those words mean.
I'm just going to say whatever. I'll say adventure.
Why?
I'm going to say adventure because I like spontaneity, and I feel like with adventure,
that's a word right
you
there.
get a lot of spontaneousness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was leaning towards security though, but I'm going to just say adventure.
No, I feel like I would say adventure too, because like, bro, I want to see what's out there. Like, security, you get comfortable. I don't want to get comfortable.
See, I was thinking different with security, because sometimes with adventure, it depends on what the adventure is, you know,
Okay.
because sometimes with security, it's like, okay, I know I'm safe.
Okay, I feel that.
I thought of safe versus like sometimes with adventure, things get a little dicey,
They do.
you know?
Boy.
And I would rather be safe than be out here trying to be adventurous and getting murdered or something. So,
Oh, I feel what you're saying.
yeah.
I guess I was looking at it from a standpoint of like,
Risk versus,
you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, type deal.
So if it's that way, then adventure for sure.
Other way, you want to be safe.
Yes.
I know you good. You in the RNC
Yeah.
right now. Ain't nobody
Like,
touching you.
other way, I want to be safe.
Ain't nobody touching you in these parameters.
Yeah.
Second one, fame or influence?
Influence.
Yeah.
Influence. Even though I used to hate being called an influencer. I'm embracing it a little bit more now. Because you know my music video countdown show was called Influence.
Well, oh yeah, wow, that's crazy.
So I'm figuring out a way to bring that back, actually.
Exactly.
In some way, shape, or form. But
And you're an actress, but we can talk about that later.
Yes. But I'm going to say influence, because what is fame? Like, you could be famous for some negative, rude, mean, crazy things, right? And that ain't giving you no money. It ain't giving you no respect. So I'm definitely going to take influence, because I would rather have an impact on this world in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
I agree. Definitely influence. Like, fame is what, bro? Everybody knowing you. Is fame even good? I know everybody. I know who. I say everybody. I know who famous, but everybody everybody who famous that I've like seen or looked up to or something like that, they all say, "Be careful what you wish for."
Yeah, even Kendrick said that to Drake. He was like, "You're the only one I know want to be famous."
Like, he the only one that wants to be famous. Mm-hmm. Last one. Change or consistency? Of course, I'm going to hit you with the ones. It's not no pizza or macaroni.
Change or
consistency?
Consistency.
Why?
I feel like with consistency, that is kind of hard.
It's tough.
But with consistency, you can get results.
Love it.
With change, if you constantly changing everything, you can't really gather no data to know what's working in order to, progress forward and do what you got to do. So I'm going to say consistency, because if you do anything consistently, you going to get somewhere. Like, that's a biblical principle. You know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow type stuff. But I'm going to definitely say consistency, even though I will say it is imperative that everybody learns to embrace change.
And I always say at the same time, change. No, without question. Like, it's crazy. What would I pick? Change or consistency? That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. That was tough.
It's like I want to say change because, like, I like new. I like starting. Oh, let's try it this way. Let's ask Joseph. Even with the podcast, I be trying to break all types of film rules. He don't let me. But I be like, no, I like it like that. No. But he always fix it up and make it professional how it's supposed to be. But I like change. But I would pick consistency. I'm gonna pick change.
You gonna pick change
just because you pick consistency. We can't agree on every single one. What? Jesus, God. But the last segment of the day, personally, my favorite segment. It's called Deep Dive. I like to ask a philosophical question.
Yikes.
And I like to get the guest's opinion on it. All of these questions are questions that I ponder and I've been pondering over for years and years that I'm probably going to forever ponder over. Mm-hmm. The deep dive for today is, do you believe in fate or do you believe we control our own destiny?
This is really hard, Jason. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, you know good and well when you sitting in that chair, you go get hit with a tough question.
I know. Do I believe in fate or
no? We control our own destinies.
Do we control our own destinies? Give me a second.
Take all the time you need.
I don't think we have all the time. Your phone gonna cut off.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of about that. Oh shoot, we dating on the time limit.
We are.
I mean, just the last question, though.
Okay, fate or our own destinies? I'm gonna say I think we control our own destinies.
Why?
Because, and I really need to like make sure I get this right. I feel like God gave us all free will.
Yeah.
And so with that free will, we have the choice to do whatever we want with it. But with that, we still have to put the work in ourselves in order to get whatever, because we could get whatever it is that we want, right? God reigns on the just and the unjust.
Without question.
So if we are going for what it is that we want, we're going to reap what we sow. So in a way, you are kind of controlling your own destiny. Now, I know some people will say, well, what's meant to be will be, or what's for me is for me. But sometimes it's not.
I feel
mean,
you.
sometimes it really just isn't, or sometimes it was meant for you and you fumbled your own bag by not putting in the work to get to whatever it is that you want.
I mean, what is it? Work without faith is dead.
Faith without
work
is
yeah,
dead.
faith without works is dead.
So I'm going to say we control it because God is going to grant us whatever it is that we have the desire in our heart, but we have to work for that thing in order for us to get it. So
I completely agree with you. My pastor, I remember my cousin years ago set me down.
Oh my God.
You lying. Yeah, it's cool. We just gonna be on that camera. My cousin, who's also my pastor, told me years ago, you gotta dream big because you gotta leave enough room for God to work. Mm-hmm. So what he's saying is you have to control your own destiny. You got to go out and take the steps. Like, bro, if you want to get to say, for example, if I want to get to Pfizer Forum right now, I got to go outside and find a way to Pfizer Forum. Yeah. I got to walk. I got to get a car. I got to get on the bus. I got to get a bike. I got to find a way to Pfizer Forum. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? But once you dream big, don't worry about if you got a big goal, a big dream, you don't have to worry about how that's going to happen. All you got to do is worry about taking your steps and doing what you got to do.
Literally.
That's all you got to do.
Literally. And I think a lot of people try to rely on just like, oh, if it's meant for me, it would happen. Yeah. And they ain't even putting no work to even make it happen. They think it's just going to happen automatically. And that's just not how it works. You have to put your best foot forward and strive for the things that you want and speak it into existence by actually putting the work in.
Yes.
A lot of people try to manifest stuff, but they don't.
They don't do nothing to manifest. They think.
Yeah.
They just think about something.
Think of what they want and then just be like, oh, I'm trying to manifest it. It's like, no, you got to put the work in. And once you do put the work in, then it can manifest. Exactly. It can happen. But you yourself have to be the catalyst to make it go.
You got to just start.
Yeah.
You got to just start.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Noni Juice is an actress?
Yes, everyone.
You can check out her. Well, it was a movie, but now it's a series. Mm-hmm. Man, give them the details.
Yes, you guys. So I am in a 6-episode series called Let Me Be. It is on Tubi, and it's actually trending right now. The Neighborhood Talk.
It's been trending for days.
Yeah, the Neighborhood Talk just put the promo up on their page, and everybody in the comments like, oh my God, this was such a legendary good series. So shout out to Swift Motion Pictures. They are the ones who put this on. Shout out to Erin, who was I believe the executive producer. I don't want to get it wrong, but this was her baby. And she had me come in as a news reporter, and that is all I am going to say. So make sure you guys tune in to Let Me Be on Tubi. 6 episodes. I ain't going to tell you what episode I'm in, but just know I'm a reporter.
Watch that mug. Tune in.
Yeah. So my dreams, I'm really catching them because, like I said, when I first started, I wanted to be an actress as a kid, and now
you're doing it.
I am an actress. I am an actor.
I knew you was gonna say actor, but I know you wanted to actress because I don't want to get into the female woman debate. But
here we go.
I'm just saying she got to follow a being called female.
Noni Juice Part 2.
Yeah, she got to follow a being called female. So I'm just not even gonna call her female. I'm gonna say I am very grateful, honored, humbled the fact that you chose to come and sit down with me and my brother, the future of film, the greatest filmmaker on this side of heaven. I really thank you and I appreciate you. When I point to you, all you got to do is say, we catch him.
Okay.
That's all you got to say. And you just got done watching Another episode of Dreamcatchers presents the Jason Smith Show, where we don't chase dreams. Nah.
We catch them.
We catch 'em.